I am yearning for connection, and I've been trying to find this deep sense of connection for quite a while now. Um, I think it's been. I do apologize if my keyboard is a bit clicky, or if it's a bit too loud. I have this mechanical keyboard, and it's a bit too. It is a bit clicky. I hope it's not picking up, but if it does, I just want to say sorry. But yeah, I've been yearning for connection with a person before, and I've been yearning this deep sense of connection since the start of the pandemic. Really, I've been trying to go on different kinds of platforms to socialize with people. At first, I was like so interested to get out of my social bubble because I haven't really been the kind of person to really try to talk to people and really socialize. I've just been usually in my own world, and I don't really like to talk. So I just try to isolate. But knowing that's the pandemic, it's very it's very depressing. and and I just wanted to find something new. So I remember that in the pandemic I tried to socialize with people. I tried to go on different platforms like Omegle, Discord, even the extremes like VR chat to just like meet people and talk to people. And I've learned one thing from my me trying to get to know people, me trying to make people be interested in me is that the way you make someone be interested in who you are as a person um for my own journey of talking to people is that if you entertain them basically. And what I'm saying with that is that if you yourself are an interesting person to talk to, and because I realized that you can't really get anywhere if you're just like quiet, if you're just like very timid or shy or anything like that. I mean, there's your appearance probably, or there's probably whoa, what is this? Oh shoot, it's a mine shaft. What the? There's like chains. What? That's cool. Whoa. Why are there chains? I'm still getting used to Minecraft. It's been a while since I played this game. But yeah, I realized that you can't really get anywhere if you're just very quiet because people only gravitate to if you try to make them happy, if you make them laugh, if you make them smile, and if you do those kinds of things, they're gonna be interested in who you are. So basically, you can't really do much just by being yourself. Well, a lot of people probably has like a different connotation to this or their own opinion to it, but this is how I've learned how to talk to people, and I've realized that you have to be entertaining or you have to be enticing for people or interesting to people. Like maybe you're a very fun person to be with, or maybe you're someone who likes to just talk to people and question them about who they are as a person. People love to talk about who they are. Like I've met so many people, and I've done whoa, oh, that's a new dog. I've done this habit of like just asking them so many things, and me asking is me being genuine. I don't really have anything to gain from this. I'm just like curious about who this person is. But in the expense of me doing this, it's just very, I've just realized that I've been doing this sort of habit of just asking people questions and being just curious about them and just asking and asking and asking so many things about them. But then I realized that I would also want to feel that kind of feeling of someone being interested in me because I've been this kind of person for about like I don't know, 7 years, 6 years, or even I don't know, just 5 years or much. Just me trying to get out of my bubble, and it's just like just so draining because you seek for this thing that you've been doing for so many years now. You seek for someone to be interested in who you are, to question you, to ask you who you are, to question you what are things that you like. And don't don't get me wrong, there are people who asks you things about yourself, like like what's your favorite hobbies, or what do you like, what's your favorite music, all those kinds of jazz. But when I ask something to a person, I tend to get to the the deeper ends of it, if it's the best way I can frame it. But I just like to ask about who they are genuinely, like what they do, and what's their opinion, what's their thoughts, what's their story, what's their perspective in life, and everything. And I know, not everyone is going to be um not everyone is going to be someone who's just a deep thinker or such, because I've realized that in the hard way that not everyone's going to be like that. But it's it's the general majority that you'd meet, that most people aren't really like that, aren't really someone who wants to ask you a question. Because one thing that you do want to think about is that most of the time people are just mostly generally interested in themselves. That's one thing that I've came come to realize, that no one's really interested in who you are. Like, everyone has their own worlds. Even whomever who's watching this video right now, they have their own world. You're probably you probably think that um you're the main person in your life. Well, and that's true, because you're experiencing life in your own eyes, so that basically makes sense. But it comes to a point that um it just gets tiring to ask someone a question, and then a question, and then another question about themselves, without it being received back to. But I've I've come to realize that not everyone also, or one thing that I do take to heart is the thing. Wait, how do I frame this? Is that you shouldn't you shouldn't expect things from people, and that's generally true. Like, if you do something for someone, if you do like a good deed, like maybe you help someone out by giving them money, opening the door for them, or giving them food, or anything like that, that's you shouldn't expect anything from people, because you should just do it from your own will. Because it seems very off-putting. I don't know what word I can say for this. Off-putting is like the first word that came to my mind. But it's very odd if you're gonna come into it that you're expecting something from other people as well, because you did something good. And I really try to think like this kind of manner, that I shouldn't expect things from people. But it's like the most simple thing, like, asking oh shoot, there's a creeper. What the dude? Dude, why was there a creeper? Oh my god. Dude, the night has just started, man. Chill. Oh shoot. Okay, please tell me it's not chasing me anymore. That was so weird. But sorry. A creeper just sprung out in nowhere. It scared me. But I shouldn't expect anything from people. And I really try to think like that. But asking a question and like really understanding who a person is like just so, it's so simple to do. Like, it's just, you just ask someone how their day was, or ask someone why they think as such. Like, let me give you an example. Like, maybe I'm talking about Minecraft. All right, so I'm talking about this game. I'm a big fan of this game. Well, I've been playing this game since I was a kid, basically. So I basically grew up playing Minecraft. So I have lots of things that I can say about this, and because it intrigues me. So maybe let's say I'm talking about, let's say maybe we're in this topic about Minecraft or games in general, and I go into the nitty gritty of Minecraft and everything about it, the history and why people do this, the YouTubers, the videos, everything. Oh shoot, there are so many mobs. But I go into long depths into it, and I really give my thought process and everything to talking about this specific thing like Minecraft. But once I'm done talking about what Minecraft is and why it means so much to me, then it's going to be met after that. They're just gonna be quiet, or they're just not gonna say anything. And dude, like, like, at least acknowledge what I said. Like, come on, man. Like, I, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's your own turf, I guess, because you said your mind to it. But if someone asks you, like, what's your thought process to it, like, what's everything, why do you think Minecraft is this and that, then you're gonna give your thoughts to it. And like, a nice thing to do is like just at least acknowledge what you said, basically. Like, I don't know, man. That's that's something that's so simple to do and simple to ask, but not a lot of people do that. And when someone does that to me, when I just like go to when I just go to the nitty gritty about me talking about something specific, something that I'm really interested in, and I really try to explain them this specific thing thoroughly, then in some case I I sometimes just um get a bit just I just think about like sometimes they don't really acknowledge what I say. And when they do that, I don't know, it's kind of like demoralizing. Demoralizing is like a big word to say, but you shared so many things about this specific thing, and the other person that you're talking to doesn't really acknowledge it, and it's just it sucks. That's like the best thing I could say. It sucks. It sucks that they're not really interested in what you want to say, even though they're the ones who asked you like what's your thoughts about it and such. But again, this comes into the grime of like you shouldn't expect anything out of people. And I know, I this has been told to me numerous times. I try to think like this. I try to think that I shouldn't think too much about given things. Maybe because the person isn't just they're not really that great of asking things to people, or they're not really, I don't know, maybe they're not interested in the topic. That's why they don't have anything to say. Like, there's so many varying degrees that a person wouldn't just like say anything back to what you said. And I really, really try to think like that. But me saying this, it's like me giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm trying to be someone who's like, all right, maybe this person is this, maybe this person is that. Like I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, from how I am right now, I'm doing that. And I usually say, maybe because the person is just like this. It's never been it's never been just like me thinking like um or it's never been fuck. Even me just saying this thing that I want to say, it's making me doubt. and it's making me hesitant to say it. But fuck it. This is my video. I'm gonna say whatever on my mind. But it's like me being selfish because I try to put other people first, and I've always put other people first. I've always done that. I've always put people like, if they think like this, then all right. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And there's, that's good. It's good that you're gonna be like that to people, because it's good that you're making you're giving people the chance to say what's you're giving people a chance basically, and you're not just like um demoralizing. I don't know why I keep saying demoralizing. You're not just like putting them down or anything, but I've always been like this person who always um keeps giving people the benefit of the doubt, and it's just tiring. And now, I've been doing this habit of like just asking things to people, and now coming back to yearning for connection. I'm sorry if I went on a ramble. This whole video is like just just me rambling basically. But coming back to yearning for connection, it's just that I try to find that in people. I try to find that in women that I meet. I'll be honest, I find women much more comforting to talk to rather than dudes. I don't really talk to dudes a lot. It feels like when I talk to a woman, I can go into deep conversations with them about things that I think about, and I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't see what I'm doing. I'm giving I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. This is so embedded in me. I hate it. But yeah, it's just that I just gotten used to talking to women. I don't really feel afraid talking to women. I feel comfortable honestly. But yeah, it's like I find comfort in talking to women about deeper things, deeper topics, and I can just go on and on about anything really. But it comes to a point that it just gets tiring. And I've tried to one thing that I do want to say is that I don't really have a lot of friends. Well, to be exact, I don't have friends. I mean, I do have people that I can, I guess, talk to. Like, perhaps, how could I say this? I do have people that I can just hang out with, probably. But having having a friend, I lost my train of thought there because of that zombie. But I do have friends that I talk to, but I it's not that kind of feeling that I've had a deeper connection with this friend of mine. Um, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just like rambling at this point. Um, but going, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this in. Like my brain is just everywhere right now. I guess this is the fun thing about this videos, man. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. I'm just like going on a tangent right now. I don't know. Maybe this is like my personal diary or some shit. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, it's I've met a lot of women in my life. I've met in the times that I was going to dating apps, VR chat, Discord. I've genuinely met a lot of women. I've been in a relationship with a lot of women, and it's not me. I hope this is not me trying to flex or anything. It's not. It's not really like that. But I've grown to understand a lot about being in a relationship, being in a situationship, or even talking to women. I've learned a lot, honestly. But one thing that I do think about is that I've never really found that connection with women. Really, I've never really like felt that they heard me. And whenever I talk to someone, or whenever I talk to a new person, like someone that I want to get to know, because whenever I talk to women, I don't really try to put it into things that I want to be in a relationship like that fast. I just want to talk, really. I just want to talk to someone. Like, that's just genuinely how I get into talking to people. And we usually would go into deep lengths of talking to each other, and I would usually be the one who's trying to um, make the conversation go to different places, go to different topics. But most of the time, I'm the one who's usually doing that. And I've always wanted to feel that maybe the person wants to know about me. And one thing that I've really stick to heart is that I don't say anything about myself if the person doesn't ask. And the reason why I think like that is because if I share something that's so random, like if I share something about myself, will the person receive what I said? Meaning, will they acknowledge what I said, or will they just turn a blind eye to it? Because I've experienced that a lot with people that I've met. I shared something that I truly like, but then when when I try to when I'm finished talking, they'll just say nothing, and I'll just be here thinking like, oh, I think I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have like shared what's on my head. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because they're not really acknowledging what I said. So I've grown a habit that if the person doesn't ask me anything, then all right, they're not interested. They don't really want to get to know anything about me. So I'm just usually the one who keeps asking questions to the person instead, rather than me, because again, people are much more interested in themselves. And that's one thing that I've learned, is that people only think about themselves. They don't really think about anyone else, because why the fuck would they think about anyone else? Because who the fuck are other people, you know? But yeah, um, because of this thing that I yearn for, human connection, I have a hard time really trying to um experience it with people that I meet, and it's just tiring, really. It's really tiring. And this year, honestly, um, I this year I just want to change. Really, I just want to stay put and think about my life, really, because most of my life has just been about trying to impress people, trying to make people be make people think that I'm an interesting person to talk to, and so that they'd like me. And yeah. And a lot of people fucking here's okay. A lot of people fucking say think about yourself first, love yourself first, all that fucking jazz. Like um prioritize yourself first. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of people fucking say that. But if you fucking do that, then how the fuck are you gonna meet new people? Cuz here's one thing to think about, is that no one's gonna be interested if you just talk about yourself. No one likes that. No one's interested in that. People are interested, or people wants to just talk, or people want to talk to you because you make them feel something. You make them feel heard. Everyone desires that. Even I desired. I've been desiring that for so long now, and I haven't been heard. But I give this to people. I give them the feeling that they're heard when I'm talking to them and everything. So a lot of people say put yourself first, people will come, all that fucking shit. It's not like that, man. It's never going to be like that. People aren't gonna come to you willingly or willfully. It doesn't work like that. It's either you make the decision or um you make an impression in them, and then they're gonna be interested in you, and then you're gonna be the one who's like just gonna make them interested in you basically. And yeah, it's I don't know if I'm being very cynical, but this is just how I've perceived things really, and how I've grown to understand and meet um, people. And you know, I don't really I don't really have any harm in doing what I did, or I don't really feel anything in what I did because um, I did what I did because I wanted to meet people, and I've been doing that for so many years now. Now I've grown to want to feel of just being heard by someone, and that's one thing that I really want to feel because I've never really felt that with anyone. I don't know how this video will turn out. I feel like I just rambled. I don't know what I'm saying. I just I just feel lonely, honestly. I just want someone to listen to what I say. And I feel like these videos are the best way I can just like say what's on my head, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm tired.